Hello. That's morning. Good morning. Oh. Hey, Robert. That's morning. Hey, Gary. Go to a different spot. Hey, Sister Mullins. It's free Friday, so you can ask me whatever you want to. Relationships, church. How you been doing? I will be there Sunday. We will be there Sunday. We will be there Sunday evening, afternoon. But it's free Friday. Y'all can ask me whatever you want. Whether it got something to do with church or relationship, whatever. You can ask me. If I don't know, I'll find out. So you can ask me whatever you want. Hey, First Lady. Ask me whatever you want. Free Friday. Relationship, church. I don't do politics. Stuff that I know about. Yesterday we talked about forgiveness. How do we have to learn how to forgive people? And it's for us, and not for everybody else. Just quick on something about us talking about forgiveness. It was like confirmation. I guess we need to talk about it yesterday. Somebody I know, I didn't know that they was in the hospital. They called and told me what happened to them. And my thing was, folks said you hold on to stuff that you can't get rid of. I mean that you can't hold on to stuff that people have done to you, and you can't let it go. You hold on to it, and it's a problem. It becomes an issue to where it affects your health. It affects your lifestyle. It affects everything that you have going for you because you holding on to hurt. Hey, Vendetta. You holding on to hurt that you can't get rid of. But anyway, she was telling me that she had been in a hospital and she was driving and it was dealing with her chest, and she made it home, and then when she left home, she drove herself to the hospital, and she couldn't even think on where a hospital was. But she said, they told me I was stressing out and it was my chest, and I could have had a heart attack, I could have hurt somebody, I could have killed myself, I could have killed somebody else. But she said, I'm letting all that go. This situation that's bothering me, that has me to this point, from this day forward, I'm letting it go. I'm not gonna allow it to hurt me anymore. I'm not gonna allow it to put my health down. And I said, you know what? I talked about that on Facebook Live yesterday, on learning how to forgive somebody, learning how to let all this stuff go, because it can't make you sick. It will put you in the hospital. It will cause you to just be somebody else. And she said, I'm not going to do that again. So if this situation is what's hurting me, what's harming me, what's causing me to be pulled down, or causing me to make myself this sick to where I can't work, so I have to go to a hospital, to drive myself to a hospital to deal with something that I shouldn't have to deal with, because I'm holding on to something that I can't control. I was like, you know what? You were right, because okay. This connection is kind of terrible down here, but she was saying that she hurt herself, um, trying to worry about a situation that she couldn't control. So she decided, she said, I'm letting all that go. I'm letting go and I'm letting God. I said, you're absolutely correct, because you have kids that you need to see graduate or whatever they're planning on doing. You have grandbabies that have to be raised. we have to see, the Lord has work for you to do. So why would you hold on to something that you can't control, that you can't deal with? So you have to let that stuff go. Y'all have some questions for me? You can ask me. I don't mind. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. But I was just saying that because we were talking about forgiveness yesterday. We need to learn how to forgive, let it go. Stuff we've been holding on for 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 years that it hasn't changed. The situation hasn't changed. Remove that person out your life. If it's going to still be a heartache and a break, be an issue for you, let that stuff go. Don't even worry about it no more. You can't control it. You can't do anything about it. So you might as well just let it go. Let it be whatever it is. If y'all have some questions for me, you can ask me. But I just want to say that was like confirmation. After I talked to this young lady last night, that's what she told me. I said, I apologize. I didn't know you was in the hospital. And I didn't know that you was going through that. So I do apologize because I wasn't available or there for you like I should have. But it's just that this stuff is real. Hey, Kimmy. This stuff is real, that being sick behind something that we can't do anything about. It's okay to let it go. Folks are supposed to, a lot of people are supposed to be in your life for a season anyway. So if they're not supposed to be there for that season, it's time for them to move on. You know, folks, the Lord allow folks to move out your life so new people can come into your life that benefits you, that helps you out. But you can ask me anything if you want to ask me something. But I was talking about forgiveness. It's okay to not harp on things that you can't. It's okay for you to forgive that person and move on. You're not going to forget, but you can at least move on from it and to give your heart some relief. Not dwell on things that, you know, pray about it, give it to the Lord and let Him handle it, let Him take care of it. Y'all have some questions for me? You can ask me. His relationship, church, family. I'll do my best to try to answer you if I can. But if you haven't forgiven somebody that has done something to you, call them, text them. Don't let it be too late. Don't wait till they're on their deathbed. Don't wait till they're out, till they get sick and then you just want to bring the situation up then. Just go ahead and tell them right then that I forgive you for whatever you've done to me and move on. Like, it's not a lot that you can do. It don't mean you have to always be in their life. It doesn't mean you have to always be around. But you can forgive them and just move on. Let that stuff go. I'm not gonna make myself sick behind somebody else. You're not gonna have no control over me. That won't happen. So, you got some questions, Sister Mullins? You got no questions? Kimmy? You got no questions? But I think what's today? Friday? Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? Can't remember what day. But the other day we was talking about sin. How people want to judge each other off their sin. Like nobody has never sinned. We've all done something. We all have a closet. We all have a past. We all done things that we're not proud of. But with us doing that, somebody else want to judge us of that because our sin is lived out loud. Because your sin is lived out loud does not make okay. Because your sin is not lived out loud does not mean that you're not. It doesn't make you better. It doesn't make you greater than nobody else. So if your sin is lived out loud and that person is not, it does not mean that you can't correct it and not make it to heaven. There's a lot of things that we do that the Lord is not pleased with. He forgives us of our sins. He loves us daily. Oh, that's what we talked about, love, the day before. We talked about love. Remember that song when you was little? They taught you when you was itty bitty in church. Jesus loves me. He does. He loves you every day in spite of all the sins that we continue to have, in spite of we continue to do, in spite of everything that we may come up in our life. He still loves us. We just have to learn how to give him our time. Give him, he loves to have some of your time. You have to not forget about him. Don't get so big and rich that you know, better than everybody else to where you forget about him. Because if it wasn't for him, how would you be where you are if it wasn't for him? So don't allow small things or big things to to get in your way of him. Because you forget about him, he'll remind you. He'll bring you back down to your lowest point and say, okay, let's start over. Let's start over. Because you forgot about me. You forgot why you got this big house or this nice car, or you got this position that you wanted at work. This is why. It's because of me, not because of you. You didn't wake yourself up. You didn't get yourself dressed this morning. It was me. I did all that. If it wasn't for me, where would you be? I don't know why we have to always make me feel like we have to feel like we need, like the Lord have to do what he does for us. He does it because he loves us. You know, he died on the cross for our sins. He died on the cross for our sins, and we have to, you know, we owe him. And we can't. It doesn't matter how much that we've been through. We continue. We still owe him. We owe him everything. All of us. We owe him everything. It's just not like okay, Lord, if I do this. No, we making deals and stuff with him. I know you want to, you pray about what your situation is and you want the Lord to do, and we so impatient. I'm gonna say because I can only speak for me. I'm impatient too. Being impatient is not good. That is not good. He comes when you need him. He's always on time. He's always on time. You never know when you might be going through a situation as far as, hey, Lord, I need this money. Okay. You allow you have to let him be on time for you. We have to stop being so impatient. Impatient is not good. He's always on time. Yeah, he did. He paid it all for us. So why not give him your all? When you go to church, why get all dressed up, cute, comb your hair, put your lashes on, and all that kind of stuff, and then when you get to church, you sit up there looking like a bump on a log. Why? He did all that for you. He allowed you to be where you are today. A lot of folks in your age bracket or whatever have gotten to a point where they got real sick and they can't even make it to church and probably want to and can't go. But you have the capability of being there. You're able to lift up your hands. You're able to tell the Lord thank you. You're able to have all the activities of your limbs, but you don't do that. Why won't you do it? Why not give him your all? He gave you his all. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He saved your life from a car wreck. He saved your life from being at the wrong place at the wrong time. He's done all these things for you, so why not give it all to him? The Lord loves you. He really does. You might not feel like that he does, but he really does. Even though we sin daily, we do things consistently. He still cares for you. He still loves you. He still forgives you. He's always going to be there for you, no matter what. When your friends and your family turn their back on you, where he at? He's still right there. You got to recognize him and know that, Lord, you know what? You're the one that brought me out of this situation. You're the one that brought me out of all these things that I've been going through, and I just haven't paid attention to you. So how can I get closer to you? How can I get closer to God? How can I be who I'm supposed to be? I mean, I know everybody don't go to church every Sunday or do anything, but don't forget about the Lord. Don't forget about him. He's always there for you. He's always gonna be where you need him to be when you need him to be. Well, not him, but he at his timing, at his own timing. He's just that kind of God. He's a great God. Like I told you, my son told me, Mama, how do you get excited about church songs? I said, boy, this is how I was raised. I heard a song I haven't heard in a long time, or a song that I love that ministers to me. Yeah, I turn it up real loud. I sing it. I don't care who looking. I could be in the car. We could be stuck in traffic. I let all the windows down and throw my hand. I sing all of it. Might not know all the words, and I might do it. I sing it loud just with me. We know my favorite is Pastor John P. King. That's my favorite. I sing all his songs real loud. It don't even matter. But you have to give God your all. Give him your best. He wants your best. He give you his best, so he wants your best. Why not give it to him? Why not? He'll get your attention. Folks that don't like to pay their tithes, he'll get your attention. He would definitely get your attention. Don't pay your tithes. Don't give your tithes. He's gonna get it one way or another. If your check is $1,000, you're supposed to give 100 off of that, and you just want to just give him like 20. All right, that 80 that you did not give him, he's gonna get it. He can make somebody break in your car. He can make you have to go buy tires for your car. He gonna get that $80 and probably plus some. But all you have to do is just go ahead and give him that 10%. Why not give it to him? It's a sacrifice, but that's showing your love to the Lord. That's showing your love. Why not give it to him while you have it? And my husband always say, Uncle Sam get his right off top because he don't trust us, and he don't. That's why when you get your check, he already done got his little portion and don't went on about his business. Now, the Lord is trying to trust you. He's trusting you that you're going to give him his, and you won't do it. Because you have a way of thinking that the church is trying to take all your money, the pastor wants all your money and all that. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's in there. Malachi. It's in Malachi. You read Malachi, it's definitely there. You have to give the Lord his, because you owe that to him. It's not your decision. It's not, he didn't ask you. You want to get 10% of your check? No, he didn't ask you that. He didn't ask you that. That's not what he did. That's not what he did at all. That's not what he did. This is a requirement. It's in there. As my husband said, if you didn't tear the pages out, it's in there. It's definitely there. You have to give him his portion, what he's owed, what he's due, what belongs to him anyway. He's just trusting that you're going to go ahead and give it to him. I'm telling you, being the witness of the experience of my own, a few years, maybe about 2 years ago, I was cleaning up, and you have all this mail. I'm going through all the mail, and I had some mail on the side of the bed, and I picked it up, and I was opening up the ones that I didn't read, hadn't opened up yet. And I read it, and I was like, wait a minute. I think this is a check. So I told my husband, I said, I think this is a check. He said, are you for real? Hey, Henry. I said, yes, I think it is, but read it. And he said, he looked at it, and he said, oh, yeah, this is a check. The check was over $3,000. But I had it for like 2 months. Didn't even know it. But we pay our tithes faithfully. Even when we don't get paid that week, we still pay tithes. Because I want to be blessed. And if somebody else is not paying their tithes, don't pay my tithes, so I can make sure that I'll take your blessing. You don't want it, I'll take it. I love to be blessed. I love to have and it's not always about money or materialistic things. It's longevity, it's long life. Just to have a better life, to have a healthy life, especially for your children, especially for your family or whatever. So if you don't want your blessing by not paying your tithes, I'll pay mine so that I can get your blessing too. Like I said, I'll take even a week we don't get paid on, we still pay our tithes. We still give something. And it's not about I'm trying to see if the pastor's going to get rich. I don't understand that, because people spend $700, $800, $200 to go and see Beyonce, but you won't get a Lord 10% of your check? You'll give Beyonce $200 or $300. She won't even let you meet her. She won't even let you get close to her. She won't even let you see her behind the scenes. She don't even want you that close to her and her family, her kids, her husband, or whatever. But the Lord that woke you up this morning, on this Good Friday morning, he woke you up. He started you on your way. He gave you all the activities of your land. You won't give him his 10%? Who does that? But we give Beyonce, Jay-Z, or whoever else, these folks that come into town, we'll give them all of this money because they make us laugh, because they make us have a good. But the Lord make you feel good too. He makes sure that you're not sick. He makes sure that you're not ailing for anything, you're not wanting for anything. He does those things for you. And he don't even have to. So why not give him your all? Give him what he's owed. There's no way we can just give him. We can't thank him enough for all the, you got 10,000 tons. You can't thank him enough. Hey, Cornelius, you can't thank him enough. But why not give him everything? Give him what you can, and not just what you can. I'm telling you, paying your tithes is a sacrifice. But you'll watch your blessings. I've seen youth in our church get checks, and they didn't even know where it came from because they paid their tithes. It's not a lot. $100, you pay 10. It's not a lot. So why not give him that? We'll go see all these other people in concert. And they drive, and it's amazing that celebrities can have 5, 6, 10 cars. You can't drive a one car at a time anyway. But 5, 6, 10 cars in a driveway. And we going to go see them. Oh, such and such coming to town. We finna get them this money. We finna pay them. I'm getting my tickets. This is a girl that used to work here. Paid $600 to go see Beyonce. I don't know her like that to know if she did anything further than that as far as church go. But you paying that kind of money, but what are you doing for the Lord that's allowing you to get paid with this money to go see these people? Why not give him his? Just sacrifice. Just try it one time. Just try it one time. Don't pay on it. Give it. Don't pay on it. Don't get. I know I'm supposed to give $70, but I'm just gonna give 20 this week. Next week I'm gonna give 30. Some people just can't do it that way. If they do it that way, that becomes harder. Because now, when you get paid again, if you ain't paid the difference from the last time, now you owe that difference plus the new part, whatever your new tithing is. Why go through all that? I want my blessing, so I'll pay my tithes. I don't get paid this week, but I'm still gonna pay my tithes come Sunday. And if I can't, whatever it is, I'm still gonna pay something on Sunday because I want my blessing. I want the Lord to still wake me up on Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, whatever day. I want him to continue to do that. I don't want to, because I didn't pay my tithes. I don't want to go to hell for not paying my tithes. You have to be able to give that sacrifice to him. It belongs to him anyway. I'm telling you, if you don't pay your tithes, you don't do what you're supposed to do as far as the will of God, guess what will happen? He will take it away from you. He will. I'm telling you, he will have somebody breaking your car, that $300 radio, $400 or $500 radio you have in the car. He can have somebody to take it because you didn't pay your tithes this past Sunday. Holding your tithes, you can't pay your tithe. You can't pay somebody else's tithing for them. You can't do that. That's not how that works. You can't pay somebody's tithes for them. You just can't do it. Like if I'm borrowing money or asking my fellow sister or brother, can you pay my tithes for me? No, where was my sacrifice? That wasn't a sacrifice of mine. They sacrificing their money to give to me. No. You can't ask nobody to pay your tithing for you. That's not a sacrifice. Where's your check where you have to sacrifice your money? And it's on your income. Your income, not that person's income. Y'all have some questions for me? I was some people, and I don't know, tithing, because I've seen it being done. I've seen how people are blessed by doing paying their tithing. And then they'll come back and say, you know what, Pastor, you was right about what you said. When you told me to pay my tithing. When you told me to just try it for 1 week. The next time you get paid. If you're not a tithing, try it for 1 week and see what happens. You'll see blessings overflow. If you don't want to give it to me, you don't want your blessing, give it to me. I would definitely take it. Because I want to be blessed. I want to be able to be that person that say, hey, I know it works. You try God, try him. Test it out. I guarantee you that test that you give, that he's giving to you, you're going to have a testimony. Because you sacrificed. You went through a test. And because you passed that test by giving your tithing to him. Hey, Herman. Hey, cousin. Come on. Will a man rob God? There you are right, Sister Mother. It says Malachi 3:8. We read it every Sunday. Will a man rob God? Yeah, rob me in tithes and in offerings. You're cursed with a curse. And folks, I seen it was a lady that the former church we used to go to. She said, we rob God, and we shouldn't have to. If we come in here all with these, what you call the little robber things on, and coming to, why? Because we robbing God. We robbing him. Why rob him of what's already his? He's the reason why you have your job. He's the reason why you getting the income you getting. He asked you for 10%. You know what else? Because my husband talk about this too. Where at restaurants, they give you the receipt and they show you what you done ate, and they don't calculate the taxes and fees or whatever on your check on the ticket. And then when you get the ticket, it's telling you 15%. They don't even start at 10%. They don't start at 3 or 5%. They start like at 15%. Now the Lord asks you for 10. Sorry, my husband calling. um, he's asking you for 10%. The restaurant asks you for 15%. They jump from 15 to 18%. Love you too. The restaurant started at 15%, 18%, 20%, and we just give it. It's just like, oh, here you go, and we just pay it. But the Lord wants your 10%. The one that saved your soul, He knows you. This person at the restaurant don't even know you. They just served you at the restaurant. Why not give the Lord His? He asked for 10%, but you out eating. Hey, Day, you out eating. Why not give Him what He's already owed? At the restaurant, you giving Him 15, 20, 25%. We just tip. Here you go. We just freely just giving to somebody we don't know. That's not watching over our souls. That's not making sure that we're good. Not making sure that our lives are in order. Making sure that we are who we're supposed to be with God. That's not the person you're doing. This is somebody you just met that just served you some food, and you give them that 15, 18, 20% freely. But the Lord asks you for 10%. The one that's watching over your soul. That's making sure that you are who you supposed to be. He's doing that for you, but you can't give Him that 10%. Why not? It's His anyway. You might as well just give it to Him. IRS, they take theirs off top because they don't trust us. The Lord is trusting you. He's trusting you to give it to Him. Don't give it to Him. You wonder why you have so many issues and problems. I want y'all to, when you try this, if you're not a tither, once you try tithing, you do it. Try for 1 week. Give that 10% of your income to your church. Once you do that, let me know how it worked out for you. Let me know that week how you've been blessed. Because it is a sacrifice, but it's also a blessing. It's also a blessing. You read Malachi 3, the entire chapter of Malachi, it talks about how we rob God in tithing and offering. Like I said, we read it every Sunday. And I know all of them. We read it every Sunday, telling us that it's not like He's not asking us to pay our tithing. He's telling you, which means it's a requirement. You're supposed to do that. And if you don't do it, hey Stacy, I heard you, Stacy. If you don't do it, He's gonna get His money anyway. Try God. Try it this week. When you get your income, whatever you get when you get paid, try to give Him His 10%. We have to stop being so eager to just to overlook the Lord. Don't overlook Him. He don't overlook you. Now, what if He forgot to wake you up? You will have a whole attitude because the Lord forgot to wake you up. So why not give Him 10% of your income? It's not hard. It's a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice, but it's also a blessing. I guarantee you'll be blessed once you give your 10% of your income. You give more, of course you get blessed more. But try it 10%. I guarantee the Lord is going to bless you. I told you, we was paying our tithe faithfully. Me and my husband, we pay it all the time, every week. We pay our tithe. But I found the $3,000 check. We went to the bank or whatever, and we took care of that. But because we paying our tithe. Not afraid to pay your tithe. If somebody say you pay your tithe, then I got my hand raised. I pay mine. Because I want to be blessed. I want the Lord to bless me. I want Him to continue to bless me. But you got to try it. Try it for 1 week and see how it work out for you. If you get your income, you might get a better position. You might get you might get more money. You might find a check. Somebody might just start dropping money into your hands. You don't even know where it came from. You might call and say, hey, I'm going to pay this electric bill and it's already paid. Because He already paid it all. So go on, let Him go ahead and bless you. Let Him go ahead and take care of that. But you have to sacrifice. You have to do something. You have to sacrifice your time. If you don't get an income, you're supposed to give the Lord some of your time as well. Give Him some of your time. You don't want Him to forget about you. You don't want Him to forget about you. I'll go back to work, but you don't want Him to forget about you. And I got to eat. I'm hungry. So, might as well just give Him what He's already owed anyway. Sorry, I was sitting down in a booth. It's already His anyway, so you might as well just give it to Him. So, don't ever, you gotta try God. Give Him some of your time. Forgive people. Let this hurt go. Let this hurt go. That hurt is horrible. It is horrible. It does weigh you down. But let that stuff go. Forgive your brother or your sister. You got a family member you haven't forgive them. You got somebody that's a forgive them. Talk to the person. Sometimes a lot of things that we mad at folks for, it's just because of a misunderstanding. That's it. It's a misunderstanding. You got a question for me before I go back to work? I'm on my trying to walk back up to my desk. Well, there you go. My friend, she finally came downstairs. I have our food. I was telling, hey, cat. Hey, haven't seen you in forever. Hey, how are y'all? Look, I'm talking about, hey, how are you? Good.
You already know.
My coworkers down here, these church going young ladies down here. But we forgive somebody, forgive them. Y'all finna do some walking? Oh, okay, I got you. I'm gonna walk with y'all. Oh my gosh, they talking about doing a marathon. I'm not doing that. But forgive your loved ones. Forgive them. Let that stuff go. Let that hurt go. That 5-10 year relationship that's been broken. Fix it. This is my friend. I was talking about tithing a few minutes ago, friend.
Oh, we don't tithe.
We don't.
Don't miss your blessing.
Oh, come on, blessing. Come on, blessing.
Get that 10% on out of there. Because they going to take it anyway. Man.
I told them about when we go to the restaurant.
Every Sunday. Come on, give me your money.
She's our financial secretary at our church at New Freeman Chapel Missionary Baptist Church at 2219 Lamont Avenue, Dallas, Texas 75216. She is our financial secretary, and she already know what Bishop say he do when he pay his tithes when.
What he say he do every Sunday?
Oh, okay.
He ain't gonna ask you to do nothing that he ain't gonna do himself.
Come on.
That's what he say every Sunday.
Oh, this my coworkers, hey, Miss. I love it. Oh, Sister Mullins, I guess I can come back when we go to lunch about 12-ish. I guess 12-ish, 1-ish when we come back. I can come back. And y'all got some questions or something you want to ask me, you definitely can. And if I don't know the answer, I will definitely find out what the answer is. I promise you that I will. Oh, and Sister Mullins, Sunday at God's Hospital, at God's Hospital Deliverance Holiness Church at 1223 Grant Street, Dallas, Texas. I believe the zip code is 75243 or 75203. They are having a Glow Women's Day program, 5th Sunday program on Sunday at 4 o'clock. I have posted the flyer on my page, but I'll share it again. First Lady Kathy Campbell from Greater Hope Church of God in Christ is the speaker. Y'all should come through. I'll be there Sunday at 4. Me and the great Reverend Dr. Bishop Collins will be there. I don't know if she's coming, but we'll be there. She said we'll see. But come through and hear it and come, because they have some church over there too. They call us Baptist Hospital. Yes. Okay, 75203. We a Baptist church. We go to a Baptist church. That don't mean we, hey, we Baptist Hospital. That's Bishop Herbert Smith is her pastor, and that's at God's Hospital, God's Hospital Deliverance Holiness Church at 1223 Grant Street, Dallas, Texas 75203. And they're wearing pink. If I come with a different color on, it's because we doing a different color on Sunday. But I'll be there. We'll be there. The Lord say the same. I'll be there. So First Lady Kathy Campbell of Greater Hope Church of God in Christ, her pastor and her husband is Pastor Robert Campbell. So y'all to come on through and praise the Lord with us. We have some church. We definitely have church over there. They start at 4 o'clock, so come on through. come and witness that. Come and be a part of that, because that's going to definitely be a blessing. Okay, I guess it's time for me to go, because I don't need to know my husband called twice, and that's not going to keep rocking. That's not going to work. He's going to have a whole problem with that in just a second. So I'm about to end it so I can call him back. But I will come back on here, I guess, about 12:30 or 1 o'clock. 12-ish, 1-ish. Yeah, he called back. So I'm about to go. And I'll come back this afternoon. All right, Sister Mullins, I'll be back later. I love y'all. The Lord loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ain't that right?
That's right.
Where you at? Okay, and we'll be back later.